Did you know that the top 50 athletes earned nearly $3 billion in 2022? Sports stars are much more than just the fiercest contenders in their respective fields. At the top of their game, they're considered marketing gold for the largest brands in the world and are successful business people who earn much more money off the field than on it. So, let's take a look at how top athletes spend their millions. Number 1. Cristiano Ronaldo, $500 million. Aside from being among the most valuable soccer players in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo is also very famous. He's actually awarded the Guinness World Record for being the first person with 500 million followers on Instagram. And it seems like 500 is a magic number for the soccer player, because Ronaldo is also worth an estimated $500 million today. The superstar earns money off the field in addition to his lifetime contract with Nike through his CR7 branded apparel, accessories, hotels, and gyms. So, we wouldn't really be surprised that Cristiano is fond of cars like Porsche, Bentley, and Bugatti. He also spends his cash on real estate. Ronaldo's home in Lisbon is the most expensive in the neighborhood, costing roughly around $7.3 million. The high-end villa builder, the Otero Group, developed and built this mansion, which featured an LED driveway, an infinity pool, and a cinema. Conor McGregor's house, which is close by, is very similar. Number 2. LeBron James, $1 billion. LeBron James amassed his money through property and company investments, as well as profits from the NBA. Numerous reports mention that he is among, if not the only, active athletes to become a billionaire. And with $1 billion net worth, this means that LeBron can purchase holdings in prestigious organizations like the Fenway Sports Group, which owns the Boston Red Sox. And that he did. Among LeBron's endorsements are those for Walmart, Intel, and Kia. Of course, with a lot of money comes a lot of expenses too. According to Business Insider, he spends $1.5 million a year on maintaining his body, which includes paying for his home gym, trainers, massages, therapists, and nutritionists. He is aware that his body is the most precious asset. James also spent $36.75 million in 2020 to purchase a Beverly Hills property with a Mediterranean design. While you'd think all of these are simple necessities, you're right, because James is careful with his money. The only time he wanted to splurge was when, in 2018, he wanted the Cleveland Cavaliers, his team at the time, to arrive in style for their Game 3 showdown versus the Indiana Pacers. So everyone in the team matches each other. LeBron bought identical Thom Browne clothes, leather boots, and bags. The suits must have cost him about $5 grand each. Number 3. Floyd Mayweather, $450 million. According to Forbes, retired boxer Floyd Mayweather earned almost $1 billion in prizes throughout his 21-year professional career. It's safe to say the ex-boxer has made more than a decent living after taking into account his earnings from his businesses, including the Money Team and Mayweather Promotions, as well as several sponsorships like those from Burger King and Hublot. If you've got money as a nickname, it makes sense to own a $25 million Los Angeles mansion, multiple private jets, and a strip club. Only 2 of its sort exist in the world. Mayweather's Koenigsegg CCXR Trevida, purchased in 2015 for $4.8 million, is a sweet right fit for the super rich. And that's not all. Mayweather never wears the same underwear or sneakers twice. Crazy. Number 4. Roger Staubach, $600 million. Roger the Dodger, who won 2 Super Bowls, is a football icon in the United States. With a net worth of $600 million, it's highly unlikely for an athlete to earn that from sports alone. Roger Staubach actually made the majority of his wealth after retiring, unlike other people on this list. He started a very lucrative real estate venture and then made significant investments in the motorsports industry. Staubach comes from a more reserved generation that shies away from flaunting their wealth with quirky purchases while owning houses costing millions. Roger lives a private existence away from the prying eyes of the media. Number 5. Ulysses Lee Jr. Bridgeman, $600 million. Ulysses Lee Jr. Bridgeman was already thinking about life after basketball while he was a professional player in the NBA. Most players enjoy lavish vacations or lounging during the off-season, but not Bridgeman. He would spend his off-season doing work at a Wendy's. He was interested in studying the fast food company's business strategy to one day open his own. Bridgeman also attended law school while working at Wendy's during the off-season. The ex-NBA star then founded Bridgeman Foods II Incorporated after retirement. He expanded his fortune by purchasing more than 100 different restaurants from Wendy's and Chili's, and his business ventures earned him a net worth of $600 million. He sold his restaurants in 2016 and moved on to start working as a bottler for the Coca-Cola Company in 2017. In 2018, Jr. signed a letter of intent to purchase all Canada's Coca-Cola bottling operations. Bridgeman continued to expand his holdings in December 2020 when his business, Bridgeman Sports and Media, paid $14 million to acquire the magazines Ebony and Jet. Hey, can you do us a favor? Subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button because it helps our channel out. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. Number 6. Michael Schumacher, $600 million. Among the most successful Formula One racer ever has a terribly backstory. The $600 million worth Schumacher hit his head while skiing in 2013, and he has never been the same or seen publicly again. Schumacher reportedly receives private medical care costing as much as $140,000 a month. And with expensive medical care like this, some of the family's properties must be sold. Number 7. Earvin Magic Johnson, $620 million. Earvin Magic Johnson, a legend in the NBA, differs from the most professional players in that he earned his fortune outside his NBA career. Many players waste their career earnings, but Magic only increased them. It turns out that his paycheck represents only 6% of his total fortune. He established Magic Johnson Enterprises to handle all his planned investments, and his business venture paid off, $620 million to be exact. And how does Magic spend his cash? By purchasing high-end cars. He reportedly owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom drophead coupe and a Bentley Continental. Number 8. Tiger Woods, $1.1 billion. Being one of the highest paid players, Tiger Woods has little trouble purchasing pricey items. He spends his $1.1 billion earnings on a yacht called the Privacy, a Gulfstream G550 private jet, and an island in Sweden. But the island was sold when he had marriage troubles with his ex-wife Ellen Nordegren. Still, Tiger has enough cash to buy expensive properties in America's luxurious zip code, Jupiter Island. His 12-acre home was worth about $40 million in 2006, and he also bought a restaurant close to him called the Woods Jupiter. Number 9. Ion Tiriac, $2 billion. Ion Tiriac, widely known as the Brasov Bulldozer or Count Dracula, was a professional ice hockey and tennis player born in Transylvania, Romania in 1939. He's one of the wealthiest ex-athletes ever. Tiriac serves as CEO of Tiriac Group, a company with the interests in finance, real estate, and other industries. But he also managed and coached renowned players after he stopped competing in tennis in the 70s. And since Tiriac is worth $2 billion, it makes sense that he has more than 400 different cars and motorcycles, including vehicles that Sammy Davis Jr., Al Capone, and Elton John formerly owned. Number 10. Michael Jordan, $1.7 billion. Michael Jordan, who is regarded by many as the best player in NBA history, won 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls. Although he made $1.8 billion from Nike and Gatorade, his career salary was only $90 million. But that didn't stop him from earning roughly $1.7 billion. Aside from investing in companies like DraftKings, Jordan also serves as co-owner of a NASCAR franchise. He spends lavishly on properties like his $12 million home, a multi-million-dollar plane, and an equally expensive yacht. Oh, and lest we forget, Jordan owns an entire golf course called the Grove 23. If you enjoyed our video today, check out more videos about the luxurious life of the world's top athletes. See you in our next video, and always remember, Invictus Luxury, for people who want more.